listening to the Video Game and Nerd Trivia Podcast with Tony D. Video Game and Nerd Trivia Podcast, your episodic dose of trivia covering all things video games and nerdy. Now, here's your host, Tony D.
Welcome to another episode of the Video Game and Nerd Trivia Podcast. Today we're going to be doing another minisode. Minisode's very focused. So this one is actually going to be very focused on one game, and it's one of those games where I was such a big fan because I was a big fan of the franchise, and I just blindly became a fan of this game, which I found out after purchasing it that it was not a good game. And this game is Mortal Kombat Mythologies Sub-Zero. So the way it works is I'll ask you a question and give you 5 seconds of silence, and then I'll tell you the answer. Alright, let's begin. Question 1. This icy ninja stars in this game, and his name is as cold as his powers. So who is the main character of this game? I literally just told you the name of the game, so it's Sub-Zero basically, so don't think too hard about that. Question 2. What kind of story is this game in reference to the mainline Mortal Kombat games? So it's kind of a prequel, and kind of what I'm looking for is an origin story of Sub-Zero. Question 3. So before Mythologies, the Mortal Kombat series was only known for fighting games. This spin-off introduced platforming and side-scrolling. So what was the genre? This would be an action platformer. Question 4. The God of Thunder gives Sub-Zero a mission early in the game. His name is also the name of a top-down bullet hell shoot-'em-up game. So what is this mentor figure's name? That would be Raiden. Question 5. Sub-Zero is hired to retrieve a map for a powerful sorcerer who also made an appearance in Mortal Kombat 4. What is his name? Quan Chi. Question 6. What video game systems did this game get released on? Or video game consoles, I guess. This was released on the N64 and the PlayStation 1. And the interesting thing about that, I got this game on the Nintendo 64 because that was the system I had at the time. I got the PlayStation 1 later, but this game's release on the Nintendo 64, based on the cartridge limitations of memory, had 0 FMV sequences, which is something that I was really looking forward to. As a kid, I didn't know, right? So the PlayStation actually had video sequences, full motion video of people dressed up as these characters and acting out the scenes, whereas the N64 version only had still images with a lot of reading. Later on, during the time I was really disappointed, but then later on, when I actually watched the clips from the PlayStation 1, I was kind of glad that I got the screen still ones on the N64, because the acting was not that great. It's video game acting at the time, which was not that great. But anyway, let's move on to question 7. The game also introduces Sub-Zero's rival, a fiery ninja who dies and returns. Who is the classic opponent that's hot-headed in more ways than one? This is, of course, Scorpion. Question 8. This deadly trap-filled place appears in the game and is known in Mortal Kombat series as the Realm of Punishment. What is it called? This is the Nether Realm. Question 9. One of the demons who helped Sub-Zero has a name that may sound like she plays tennis? What is her name? I only said the tennis thing to kind of help you, but her name is Serena. And question 10. In this game, there is an appearance of a boss character who's the god of wind, and in the game, he has no name. Later, he does have a name in Mortal Kombat 4. In Japanese myths, he also goes by Ryobu. What is this god of wind's name? That would be Fujin. Alright, if you guys played this game, hopefully you guys got all the answers, but if not, hopefully you learned something new. Again, I always take suggestions, so please reach out to me on VGNT Podcast 1 and on X as VGNT Podcast. Let me know how you did. But until next time, trivia on.